The air is filled with a cello-like hum made by wind-tossed running sand. You feel around your waist for your water bag and drain. The water eventually brings you back to the present. You are lucky. Shade and water. Beside you, the hero stands gazing into an occasional chance meeting brought. Slowly you've been searching for It all began when you met Faye. In the early morning, the lingering warmth. Help! Help! You and the hero ran towards the sound from the woods. Following the cries for help, you saw a fairy. One of the elves saw you. It turned around. Its eyes were full of You decided to help the fairy. You destroyed the wood elves and saved the fairy. She began to talk. You've long heard rumors of wood elves attacking humans. As the encroaching mutant jungle spreads, it forced men to go deep into the woods. And in her gratitude, the fairy invited you. She drew the root on the ground and explained she had to leave to take her water back to the... Please call me Faye. And then she asked how to address you. Faye nodded. She muttered your name again and departed. It's now the third day since you journeyed. The two of you walk along. You're just about to propose going back when things take... With the hero's help, you scramble and... You are surprised to find that the treetop is a wide... And in the midst, a town hall set upon a green terrace. Suddenly there's a clear voice calling your name. The fairy Faye flies over. That's our mechanic Laura. Looking in the direction Faye points out, you see a worker girl sitting silently in the doorway. You greet her. She lifts her awkwardly. You gesture at the fairy. Laura isn't good at talking. That crystal driller was built while you two were busy crossing the desert. At last, she asks you to become the master of the... You and the companion sit on the ground and chat in a cheerful mood. Suddenly, a company of wood elves climbs up from the far edge. They must have followed your... The hero strides a step forward, but feels suddenly the hands of Faye clutching his sleeve. There are too many of them, Faye suggests, building a pump arch tower. Time is pressing. It would be worth spending diamonds to finish building the tower immediately. At that very moment, the wood elves loom up right in front of you. Faye and Laura quickly hide and get out. The fairy slowly flies out and clasps her hands together. Encircled by gleaming green light, your heart bids you go and find the wood elves' habitat. While you're observing Wood Elm's lair, you find that a company of spider girls is trapped within a wall of thought. Prisoners of the Wood Elves are likely to be your friends. You liberate the spider girls. They follow the hero and join the battle. You happily accept the Spider Girl's request to join. So ends the raid. You try not to draw other things out and Faye flies around like a swift stream on being told the news of the spider. Sir, says a soft voice from behind. You turn around and see a spider girl standing respectfully. You look at your new companion in amazement, for you can hardly imagine such a tender girl. She bows and thanks you again. It seems that a cloud of pain passes over her face. We hope you could lead us to Mont Silk. At last she speaks. There are rumours that on Mont Silk lives a giant black. In hope for peace, every year a geisha costume girl. You are enchanted by the story and ask how to get to Mont. She hesitates for a moment. It will be full of danger throughout the journey to the ever-darkness forest. It's not enough to rely solely on the power of the hero. It would be wise to train some spider girls. The troop is ready. You decide to start on your way. Following along the line of sand dunes, the fairy seems to read your mind and says their appearance may look quite different at different. Once lit up, the region it covers would be explored. At the moment of turning on the lighthouse light, the forest looms up straight. On the edge of it, you see many burned spots. A holy war happened here a long time ago, says the fairy. To stop, the trees are thick and tangled like a natural barrier. Even the beams of light from the lighthouse vanish. Suddenly, an arrow comes whistling out of the shadows. Looking in the direction of the arrow, you see some deer-like figures lower down in the wood. We must hasten to the ever-darkness forest. Kavala Sidika. The forest doesn't welcome visitors. Says they would not listen to you. If a foe is shooting at you behind an obstacle, try destroying the shield first. You explain that you are heading to the Mont Silk and have no intention to We're ready to battle the Black Widow spider, said Faye the fairy. You win the first battle, and your wisdom in war seems to have been... However, the battle with deer archers, you attempt to seek economic growth before going deep into the ever-darkness forest. As water in nature is mostly controlled by the mutant jungle, people find the water collector can stably produce water resources and is the basis. The fairy suggests hiring another mechanic while Laura is concentrating on that would be a wise long-term investment. Keeping precious water in reserve is essential. You quickly assign the new mechanic the task of building a water. Hi, the fairy Faye calls you with a smile upon her face. But I can't give them to you. Faye clears her throat and...